when everybody in this world is American, right? Do you think that northeastern fucking United States is really going to be picking a whole lot of fights with United States Prime? Right? You think South Asian United States is really going to be fucking around a whole lot with the dollar? Do you really think Middle Eastern United States is going to be fighting with other regions of Middle Eastern United States? Do you really think South African United States is really going to be fucking around just executing white people like crazy? Do you really think that EU United States...
My name is Jeff.
So Andy, how's the magic addiction going? New box. It's fun.
What madness is this?
So that was fun. I love opening cards. Again, it wasn't a collector's pack. It wasn't anything like cool. So, whatever. It's just a haunted house set. I thought it was awesome. I got a couple of packs of it from my local shop. And I was looking through it and I'm like, this is like some weird haunted house, like paranormal investigator fucking set. Like, this is weird, it's stupid. I'm not gonna get it. And I so totally had myself convinced that there was no way I was ever gonna want to give a shit about a stupid haunted house, really neat mechanic enchantment with like possessed toys and evil clowns and stuff. No way I'm ever going to be interested in trying to make a deck out of all that. I had myself smoked for like a month. It was fun. Good time. Yeah, so I bought a play booster box of that. Opened them all up. Now I got to look through them all. Still in the sorting phase. So far what I've kind of like bothered to stop and look at looks pretty fun. I can't wait to make another deck to annoy my friends. Whatever. Anyways, so enough about magic. Magic's stupid gay nerd stuff. We're not here to talk about stupid gay nerd stuff. We're here to talk about children. Wait, fuck. Alright, that sounds really bad. You're not allowed to clip that and put that anywhere. Motherfuckers. So, oh, also, by the way, full disclosure, because I get this shit all the time. And normally I'm like, no. But today I'm like, I'm not drunk, right? But I am drinking. It's about. So I'm this drunk tonight, just to let you know. That's why I'm talking about magic so much. I can't wait for the turtles, man. March is going to be such a fun month. The end of March. Put it on your calendar, folks. March 22nd to the 26th. That's going to be big time shit. I have bought $1,000 worth of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle magic cards. I am the whale for this particular set. Like I said, I'm probably going to spend $2,000 on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. Just to let you know, there's going to be more than a couple unboxings of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle card and me talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle magic card. Just so you know, just to fucking warn. Because man, I'm a kid of the 80s. See, this is what I'm like when I'm drunk. I'm a kid of the 80s. I grew up, and I can still remember like it was yesterday. I couldn't tell you what happened at any other point in the day. And I don't even remember what store it was, but I remember being in a store somewhere, like a Walmart. At the time, it would have been like a Montgomery Ward's. It would have been a Monkey Ward's or a Kmart, something like that. We were walking around the store, and I wanted to look at the toys, and I looked at the toys. And I can see, I can even see like the I'm a child fucking angle of looking at the end cap. And on the end cap of the aisle, I can remember seeing Master Splinter and the Turtles. Like, I'm telling you, it's one of my earlier memories. The first time I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then I can remember, these are memories that I still actually have. My brain still holds on to this shit. I remember the first time I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got up early in the morning, Saturday morning, because for those of you who are young, that may be in my audience, like I'm talking under the age of 30, Saturday morning, you got your ass up. Like, alright, you had to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, something like shit like that, to get ready for school, right? Because school starts at 8, whatever it was, right? And so, every day that I had to get up for school, my ass dragged. I'd get up, my mom would get me up, I get ready, I come down, get in the car, get to school, sit in school all day, come home, right? Want to stay up late tonight? The next day, but then Saturday morning, motherfucker, my ass is up at 6 o'clock a.m., bitch, because cartoons start 6 in the fucking morning. And we're stupid fucking. I hate this fucking whatever this is, this widget, this thing, this. Oh my god! All right, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell. Fuck your mother, dude. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was the second episode of the series. That was the first episode I watched. And from that point on, all I wanted was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I wanted Spider-Man and X-Men and stuff like that until the Turtles. And then all I wanted was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics. You want to get a comic book? Yes. What do you want, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I still have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 1 through 4 of the mini-series that was episode 1 through 4 of the cartoon TV show. And then I have 1 through like 50 of that fucking comic book series. I have the Animal Maniacs, whatever the fuck it is. What was Mutanimals? Something like that. That was like a 4-issue mini-series where, like, they got... It wasn't even all of them. It was a crazy fucking thing. It was like Mondo, Gecko, and I think one of the frogs, because there was 4 frogs. I think it was one of the frogs. And Raphael, and the Bat. What was his name? It was like Man-Bat or some shit like that. I don't remember. But it was the Bat, Leatherhead. It was like all of like the random one of each random fucking mutant, right? And they all got sucked up into this alien ship. and taking off across the stars. And it was crazy as fuck because it's playing out that way in the comic books. There was like a stretch of 5 or 6 comic books where Raphael just wasn't fucking there. He was gone, and he was with the rest of them, and you could follow his adventure in space with that 4-part miniseries, and then he comes back to Earth, and all the rest of them come back to Earth, and then he gets back with the others. Dude, it's a great fucking series. It was so cool, and I had every toy. I had every toy. I had a friend that had every G.I. Joe. The fucking, the F-18, or the F-14, I guess, at that time. Fucking, he had the fucking aircraft carrier. Dude, he had every G.I. Joe. All this G.I. Joe shit. And another one of my friends, or my cousin, had every Transformer that ever existed. Crazy amounts of Transformers. And another dude I knew had something else, like, there's so many different toys. Everybody kind of specialized in their toy. He-Man. Other dude had like every He-Man. I had a whole bunch of Star Wars characters. I had a whole bunch of He-Man characters. My brother, he had Star Wars characters. I inherited those. It was just a trash bag full of toys that I found one day, and I was like, these are mine now. Star Wars characters. I had He-Man characters, had a bunch of those, but dude, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that was my fucking thing. I had every fucking one of them. When a new series would come out, because like I was old enough at that point in my life, kind of know how things work. New series comes out, it's like 10 action figures. So I've got to somehow convince my parents to get me these 10 action figures over the span of the year. Because next year, the next series comes out, and then I'm going to need to get another 10. Right? So I worked that to where every time they were willing to buy me a toy, I want that one. And I knew exactly what I wanted. Like at that point in my life, I was old enough to know exactly what I wanted. I want that one right there. Yep, that's the one I want. And I was so easy to deal with. Because I just knew if I just bided my time, sooner or later they'd be like, you want another turtle? Yeah, that one. I had all of them. A ridiculous amount of them. Threw those away the last time I moved. When I moved from my last apartment to here, I was like, I'm not keeping this shit. And then I fucking threw it in the trash. I was like, I understand now that I will not have children, so I therefore have no need to keep this shit. What did I keep? All the magic cards. Because the turtles were all opened up and so many of them were destroyed. Like, they weren't worth shit. And I'm like, man, I know I should have given them to Goodwill or some shit like that, but that would have required me, like, moving them. And the point of throwing them away was to not have to move them. That was as far as I thought about it realistically. Later on, when I did get here and I was like, you know what, there's some shit I guess I just want to give away. And I was like, there's a Goodwill just up the street. And then I was like, fuck, I totally could have made some kid's existence, maybe. Whatever. I'm a shithead. What do you want from me? I didn't want to move with a whole bunch of shit. I threw away like half of my shit when I moved. Anyways, so, in an effort to get a whole bunch of shit back, I spent $1,000 on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles magic cards. Because the other thing that I'm addicted to, magic cards. I love buying magic cards. I like making decks. I like playing the game. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. This is kind of a little bit more than half of a Four Loko fueled rant. What we're here to talk about today. I see this picture. How far are we into this fucking 1300? I see this picture online of a teeny little kid. I'm like, and this kid is on the ground there's 3 ICE agents around. I mean, the kid looks like he's 5. There's 3 ICE agents around him. One of them is full on, full tilt boogie, point blank, blasting this 5-year-old in the face with a can of mace. And not like, no, the shit you buy for your bitch so that she feels like she's safe. No, the thing that her eventually, never mind, I'm not going to make that joke. Never mind. Dude, full on blasting this kid in the face with like a bear can of mace. And this other cop is beating him with those snap batons where you flick it and he's beating this 5-year-old kid. It's an ICE agent doing this shit. And another one is literally got his dick out and he's pissing on the kid while one guy's macing the shit out of his face and the other guy's beating him with his stick and the third guy's pissing on this kid. It was disgusting. It was so vile and terrible and utterly not even remotely fucking close to reality, but nevertheless it seems like a certain portion of the population kind of sees that picture and goes, I can't believe that guy's pissing on that kid while he's being beaten and maced. I saw the picture and I was like, oh. What happened? Some illegal criminal guy is fucking walking his kid home from school and the ICE agents were like, it's the only fucking way we're gonna find this guy. What do we do? We're gonna have to pick him and the kid up. You know what I mean? Like, what a shitty call to make. And then I find out, no, it's not even that simple. The dude just ran. He saw the agents come running up, looked at his kid and went, bye, took off. Of course, they caught him. Because believe it or not, these guys are actually in some shape. They're not like Minnesota law enforcement. They're actually fucking pulling real weight. And they run him down, get him. But it's like, what are we going to do with this kid now? So they took the kid, got him some food, hung out with him for a while until they could figure out what the fuck we're going to do with this kid, because we got to get him with somebody. And they found somebody who was actually legal to get him. But of course, the story is that ICE detained a 5-year-old child. And not just that. Not just, ICE handcuffed this 5-year-old and put him in the back. Like, not just that. No. They used this kid to go and knock on the door to lure out. You know where they got that story from? Israel. A couple of years ago, October 7th. Maybe you heard of it. That's what the shitheads, Hamas, those pieces of shit, that's what they were doing. They had people go knock on the door, tell them to come out. And then they come out and they just shoot everybody. That's where they got that story. I bet you. Rehashed old hack bullshit. Nevertheless, my guess is they said, hey, maybe if you go and knock on the door, then your other parent or your other family members will go, oh, it's just the kid, and they'll actually open the door and let you in. No. Them not getting arrested and deported was more important than the kid, because they figure, well, he's actually a citizen because he's our anchor baby. So they won't do anything bad to him. And the left will totally use this as some sort of retarded attempt to make retarded people go, duh. And here we are. A lot of people going, duh. And no matter how many times, no matter how many people come out and go, this is what actually happened, the flat earthers still refuse to believe that there's even a possibility that the earth is round. Now, of course, ICE is going to say, well, the father ran away and left him. Well, of course. But if ICE wasn't trying to pick him up, then he wouldn't have had to run away. Well, if he wasn't in the country illegally, ICE wouldn't be picking him up. Like, dude, and the wheel goes roundy round. Like, what are we doing here, man? I don't give a shit. He's here illegally. That's a crime. He goes home. And, oh my God, Don Lemon. There's this clip going around of Don Lemon talking to this lady and some other random fucking dude. And he's like, well, what crime have they committed? And she's like, the illegal aliens? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, they're here illegally. And he's like, yeah, but that's not a crime. And she's like, what? And he's like, it's not illegal to be here illegally. And she's like, but it's in the name, illegal. And he's like, yeah, but it's just a misdemeanor. And she goes, okay, like, look, in the eyes of the Lord, all sins are sins. God cares about one thing. Are you a sinner? Well, yeah, I mean, I've done whatever. I look at porn. Well, that's, you're coveting thy neighbor's wife. Oh, so you're a sinner. Yeah. You might as well have murdered the bitch because you're a sinner. Like, but that's God. Right? And that's why we have Jesus. Because Jesus goes, look, you never killed anybody. He jerks off a lot. Whatever. Right? We make distinctions between sins. If you murder somebody, that's really bad. You really shouldn't do that ever under any circumstances. See, I stay consistent even when I'm tipsy. Don't kill people. Period. No, fuck you. Period. That's it. No. Don't do it. Right? I don't even know where I was going after that. Oh, shit. Here we go. Anyways. Dude, it's so ridiculous. Like, it's one thing that I do love, one thing that I absolutely cherish is a simple truth that has been the truth since time immemorable. Evil is self-destructive. Right? I think the Black Lives Matter movement has a good concept in its conception. Originally, the Black Lives Matter movement was an outreach program to try and get police officers and community members kind of together in a not aggressive manner, you know what I mean? Not like a traffic stop or not like a whatever. It's just, we're just going to get together and fucking talk. Right? It was just a community outreach thing. I think that's great. Same with hashtag Me Too. When it first started, it was maybe the whole casting couch thing is actually kind of traumatic and not the funny joke that everybody kind of thinks it is. And I was like, oh shit, bitches is pissed. Gotcha, I'm with you, sister. I was there. I was like, fuck yeah, this is great. And then all of a sudden it was, you know, I had a really bad date, so that guy's a rapist. We should fucking totally destroy his life. Wait, what? Like, it turned into this corrupt, weird, awful fucking thing. Oh, did I just lose the point with this one too? Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Black Lives Matter started as a great thing. And then it got corrupted and twisted. Turned fucking awful. Right? And when that happened, they started to come up with all sorts of really good ideas. I'm not even shitting you. Not even lying. Really good ideas. They came up with really good ideas. We have body camera technology. We have GoPros and all that sort of things. Anybody can get this. Why is every single solitary law enforcement officer, why is not every single one of them wearing a body camera? And cities and states and counties all across the world said because that shit is expensive, bitch. They get destroyed all the time because there's always fucking a problem, and so we need a shit ton of those. We need a lot of money for that. Like, you're going to have to fund us at a time when everybody's like, defund the police. Well, okay. We're more than happy and willing to fund the police to get body cameras. Get body cameras. We need you to get the body cameras. Body cameras. We'll pay for it. We don't even care. And so now everybody has a body camera. And you know what we seem to find more often than not? When the video from the dude who was walking by and saw a cop wrestling a dude to the ground and then he decided to start filming, that video looks really fucked up. But when you get to see the body camera, totally different story, isn't it? Every time. How many times has something happened, an interaction with the police and anybody, and everybody got pissed off and everybody went, what the fuck? And then the body cam comes out and everybody goes, dude, what the fuck? Like, it happens. It happens from time to time. Body camera has been very good to weed out a couple of really bad fucking cops. But for the most part, as people have always said, 99% of these guys just want to do their job, survive, and go home. Like, I remember I used to watch cop channels a lot when I was first starting on YouTube. I used to watch a lot of cop channels. And there was one cop that really stood out. Every time he was in a video on this certain channel, at some point the shitum would be like, so don't you have something better to do than hassle me? And he would be like, yeah, I have a lot of things better to do than hassle you. Why are you making me waste my time? And then he would be like, doesn't the city have a better way to spend its money? And he's like, yeah, parks and schools, man. But instead of parks and schools, we got to spend our fucking money on you. Like, you're committing crimes. I loved that guy. It was very funny. I love the body camera. It has been the biggest boon to policing that I can think of. Because Amazingly enough, every time a shitty cop turns his fucking body camera off, he goes on leave for a while and then he gets fired. And every time a good cop does his job and everybody freaks the fuck out, he goes on vacation for a week or two and then he goes back on the job. It just replays itself over and over and over. And I like that. That is the one gift that Black Lives Matter gave to the world. It made every taxpayer in this country say, you know what, that's a really good idea. Like, it was one of those rare blue moon events where everybody on the left went, every police officer needs to have a body camera. We need to see these criminals in action. And everybody on the right went, every police officer needs to have a body camera. We need to watch them beat up these dumbass leftists. And that's what we have. Every cop has a body camera so that we can weed out the shitheads. And we get to watch all the dumb fucks get beat up. It's amazing. Oh, we live in a wonderful time. As bad as things could possibly get, the one thing that everybody here today watching this video needs to remember is that no matter how shit goes, we live in amazing times. Like, really sit back and think about everything that's going on right now. We are in a transition of the ages. Like, it's almost as if Donald Trump has said, alright, look, Russia and China and North Korea and all these other fucking shithead countries with these shithead leaders, they all just want to conquer the world. Inevitably, at some point or another, there will be a one world government. There will just be a one world. We will just be a combined people. It's going to fucking happen. We have never been more connected. Think about it. When you watch most videos that are popular on YouTube and they're from people from a different country, what language are they speaking? A lot of the times it's English. A lot of people that live in different countries, they speak English, because if you want to get anywhere, you got to go through America. Sooner or later, you got to come to America. Sooner or later, you got to get that American audience. Sooner or later, you got to sell your product here. Because we'll buy it. We got the money. Like, fucking Uganda is not a huge win if you get the Ugandan market. It's a very poor country, I think. I might be going by past thinking, I hope they're doing good. I don't fucking know. Think of random poor country. You're not really striving for that market, but the American market. Right? We're already here. We're already the world police. If anything that this whole thing going on with Greenland and all that dumb shit, if there's anything that I have learned from that, it's that Donald Trump might be the greatest anti-hero of our time. He's being such a prick about everything. You know, we can just take you. We have to have Greenland. No matter what, we have to have Greenland. No matter what it takes, we gotta have Greenland. I don't give a shit. We gotta have Greenland. Like, these are his comments. Yeah, we gotta have Greenland. He's maneuvering to say, look, the whole world can play ball with us. We can all do a whole lot of business. We can make a whole lot of money. A whole lot of people can be free and happy. You can do things the way we want you to, or we will crush you economically. You can be a part of the Western expansion, or we will crush you economically. This is Donald Trump's play. Donald Trump is low-key conquering the world, westernizing it, and making it essentially fucking America. There's one thing the Muslims have right in an abstract way. I heard a Muslim leader say, I think it was like a Hamas head, something like that, said that when everybody that wasn't Muslim was dead, there would be peace. I'm not entirely on board with that, because I'm not Muslim. I am a person of the book, though. So, right? But nevertheless, not Muslim. So, that kind of seems a bleak future to me. But Donald Trump has realized that in an abstract way is the way to do it. When everybody in this world is American, right? Do you think that northeastern fucking United States is really going to be picking a whole lot of fights with United States Prime? Right? You think South Asian United States is really going to be fucking around a whole lot with the dollar? Do you really think Middle Eastern United States is going to be fighting with other regions of Middle Eastern United States? Do you really think South African United States is really going to be fucking around just executing white people like crazy? Do you really think that EU United States is going to have all these immigration problems? No! And when South American United States stops making drugs because that shit's not legal, we're going to have a whole lot less problems with that shit too. Do you understand? Santa Claus will be able to deliver presents to only the good boys and girls from now on. You bad boys and girls will be punished.